Good morning. Hi. So I gave you a little teaser on Instagram. If you don't follow us, we're over there on Snippets of Stewart's. Give you a little teaser asking about YouTube Kids and what your family does. Let's say peekaboo. I want to know what your family does for as far as YouTube Kids goes. I do want to say we're not perfect parents. We're like so far from perfect. And our kids used to watch YouTube Kids until one day we were at the pediatrician's office and I pulled the iPad out because sometimes when you're in a doctor's appointment with 3 kids, it can be a little crazy. So I pulled the iPad out to entertain one of my kids. And my pediatrician said, "Is that YouTube Kids?" I said, "It is." And he was like, thankfully we feel pretty close to him, so we can be pretty honest. He was like, "I would take that off of your iPad pretty quick." And I was like, okay. So I went home, did some more research on it, talked to my husband about it, and we decided to remove it, which wasn't easy because my kids had been using it for quite a while now. That was like sometimes the best distraction to pull out when we were traveling, or honestly if they were just like going bonkers at home and we needed some downtime. So we would pull it out, they would watch it, and so Michael and I started watching it ourselves. What are our kids really getting from this? And so we just started noticing like some of their favorite cartoons that they like to watch. Like some crazy things were happening. Like their favorite characters would be like hit by a bus and like there would be blood, and it was really weird. I did not like that. I didn't like how my kids suddenly started saying the word die or kill, and I'm like, where are they getting this? And once Michael and I started watching, we learned, oh, they're imitating what's happening on their YouTube videos. Another thing I wasn't crazy about was the grown men that would play with action figures. And there's nothing wrong with that. It just didn't sit right with me. So, we just started thinking like we want our kids to be putting in good things because what you put in is what comes out. And so I'm not against shows like, I don't know, like The Bachelor. I'm trying to think of some of the shows out that maybe don't sow the best seeds, but I'm not against them, so don't get me wrong there. But it's just like our kids watching shows like that, like it's not sowing the best seeds. So if they're going to be watching something, we try to be intentional about making sure they're watching something educational or Christ-centered. And like I said, we're not perfect. My kids still enjoy like Angry Birds sometimes, or some of these shows that are mindless. Those are just our reasoning behind not watching YouTube Kids. I wish I had a more like a study-based reason or a smart reason. I don't. It just doesn't work for our family. Our main takeaway for not letting our kids watch YouTube Kids is we just don't feel like it's fruitful. We don't feel like it reaps fruits of the Spirit. And as a parent, that's like our main thing. Like we want our kids to grasp the gospel. We want to see them growing in characteristics of Christ. So, not that you can't find that on YouTube Kids. It's just really hard to lock it down to where you can only get that content. My husband works in IT and he is like the king of locking stuff down. So we had it locked down pretty well, but there's still just like with these creators would still find ways to squeeze in content that probably 3 and 4-year-olds shouldn't be concerned about. Like they shouldn't be concerned about driving in the car and then a semi-truck hitting them and them dying. But that's happening to this Mickey Mouse character or this Paw Patrol character. So now I do have to say one good thing that my kids learned from YouTube Kids was they learned self-play. I don't know if I failed as a mom not teaching that, but one thing my kids really did pick up was learning to like take a character and another character and talk. Hey, how are you? I'm great today. So I do have to credit YouTube Kids to that because my kids, they really did learn that. So just wanted to share that tidbit. It's nothing great. It's nothing like monumental, but that is why we just don't allow our kids to watch YouTube Kids. So our job is to protect these little souls and minds. Say bye-bye, YouTube family. Yeah.